What's up, guys? Welcome to my 1999 Chevrolet Camaro. I decided that since I had just replaced basically the entire braking system, that it would be a good time to review the stock brakes versus Brembo brakes as far as how they feel. So this car has got the stock brakes on it, and like I said, I just recently replaced the lines, the calipers, the brackets, the rotors, and the brake pads as well, of course. And it's just got the cheapo Napa semi-metallic brake pads on it, which they're a good brake pad. So first things first, the brake bite. There's probably 60% less brake bite in this car. Now that comes from the fact that this is on larger tires, and those brake calipers are significantly smaller, and then the brake rotors themselves are also significantly smaller. So you end up with a much harder to press pedal. Now, the other part of that is the brake pedal has more travel to it. So not only is it harder to press, but it goes a lot further. Now, compared to the Brembos, it bites a lot sooner though. So it bites sooner in the travel. So in the Brembos, you've got just that little bit of movement where nothing happens. You don't have any of that with this car. It bites right from the top. If I had to describe the stock brakes in 2 words, it would just be well engineered. They don't have the most confidence-inspiring feel to them, but they're reliable and they're very easy to modulate. So in like a panic stop situation where you just stomp on the pedal, it's really easy to get them into ABS, but then to get them back out of ABS and find that threshold again, not get yourself in trouble. It makes the car really easy to left foot brake. This is a great car for autocross because the pedal's so heavy that you don't quite have that same dexterity with your left foot that you do with your right foot, and the car is great for autocross. All right. As you guys can probably tell from the lack of a headliner and the sweet moose hide door pulls, this is my 1998 Firebird formula that I raced around the Nürburgring. The brake setup on this car is I've got the 4-piston 14-inch Brembos off of the CTS-V on the front using the 2010 Camaro 14-inch rotors. At the back, I've got the stock rotors, and I've got Corvette Z51 brake calipers, which have a significantly smaller piston. The idea there is that it reduces the brake bite at the back, and it also reduces the chances of the axle causing pad knockback by pushing the pads back in at the rear. So we're going to take this for a quick test drive, and we're going to see how it compares to the stock F-body brakes. So the first thing you notice with the Brembo brakes is that the pedal doesn't hardly move. There's a little bit of dead pedal at the top, significantly more than stock, but really not a lot. And then once you get through that dead pedal, the pedal basically stops the car based off of how hard you push it. There isn't any movement to the pedal, which makes it kind of challenging to try and modulate the brakes, especially if you're trying to left foot brake the car. That can really be kind of a chore to not lock up, especially in this car with poor functionality on the ABS. So the master cylinder on this car produces a little bit too much force for the Brembos and not quite enough fluid. So what you get is a little bit of a long pedal initially as you fill in that space of the big pistons, and then the assist comes in and the brakes don't hardly move. It's like the early fly-by-wire aircraft where they took the stick and the aircraft just responded based off how hard you pushed on the stick as opposed to the actual amount of movement of the stick. There aren't really many downsides to the Brembos. I mean, obviously wheel fitment is one, but the only other one I can think of is that they are more prone to pad knockback, which is really just terrifying and borderline dangerous on the track. Now, if you get a good set of like Hoosier wheel bearings, which is what I've got on here, granted they cost $1,600, but they did cure the pad knockback problem. You know, I've been modifying cars for a long time. Overall, dollar for dollar, this is the best modification I have ever done, period. I mean, when you're tracking a car, brakes are the most important thing. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed our quick little review here of the Brembo upgrade on the F-bodies, and thanks for watching.